Good morning everyone, it's Friday. I'm in such a good mood today and I thought I would take you along, well, sort of like a vlog style video, but I'm going to show you 10 of my favourite healthy foods I eat basically every single week. It's a great time to do this because even though it's Friday, I haven't done a food shop this week just because I got an odd box delivered last week, and if you follow me on Instagram you'll see that's this sort of, it comes in like a big cardboard box and it's basically like reject fruit and veg. I feel like that's probably the best way to explain it. Stuff that's going to go to waste, and I think each box saves like 7 kilograms or something like absolutely mental, but that's kept me going all week. So I've just nipped to Sainsbury's. There's a Sainsbury's literally across the road from my flat, so I just nipped there to buy anything extra that I needed. But I'm gonna head off to Lidl to do a big food shop, which will hopefully last me until about this time next week. I'm moving house. I feel so out of breath. I'm moving house next Friday, so I think next week's going to be a little bit chaotic. I've actually just started packing up a few bits. That's why my face is like super red, and apparently I'm really out of breath as well. But I'm going to stock up on as much as I can at Lidl. I'm going to take you along with me, and then when I get back I'm going to sit down and explain to you exactly what I've bought and why I've bought it. It's not going to be a full-on grocery haul because actually my cupboard in my kitchen is completely full at the moment. It's just like fresh stuff that I'm going to buy really, but possibly before I get back, as long as I'm not buying anything that needs to be refrigerated desperately, I might head to the gym and do a big leg session because I haven't trained legs this week and I'm like craving a leg session. I don't usually say that about the gym, but I feel like I really just want to train legs, so I'm kind of ready to go in case. But I need to go and drop off mine, Kate and Flo's passports at the estate agents first, so I'm going to do that on the way to Lidl and take you with me. I just want to show you something before I go because this has just arrived. Ooh, this has just arrived. And I've spoken about it loads on my Instagram story over the past few days, but basically I finally branched out and bought myself a new pair of squash shoes because actually they're here, but my old squash shoes are actually, they look weirdly in much better shape, in much better condition on this camera I think than they do in real life, but these are so worn. I think I've had them for 3 years, which is a bit mental, and you're not meant to keep squash shoes for that long because obviously it's a high impact sport and the shock absorbency goes. So I bought myself a new pair of squash shoes from a new brand because I've always wanted a pair of all white squash shoes, and I managed to get myself these really nice Salming ones, which are very cool. They say no nonsense at the back, which I can really relate to, and they're meant to be a really great brand. Anyway, I'm always a UK size 5. I'm actually like technically lengthwise a size 4.5, but I have really annoyingly like wide feet, so I always have to go for a 5. I'm a 5 in everything. I don't really sway from that at all, but I ordered a size 5 and they came and they were absolutely tiny. So this is our current situation. We've got 3 pairs, so they're absolutely tiny. So I thought, well, I'll just go half a size up. So I ordered half a size up, tried them on, and I was like, oh, I guess they kind of feel okay. Wore them when I was playing squash the other day, and they were just too small again. So I've now got a size, what's basically a size 4, and basically a size 4.5, which are now worn, and I can't send either of them back. And now I've had to order myself a size 6. This is really not a very interesting story. But anyway, struggles. But I think they're really cool. So we've got 3 pairs of squash shoes. So let me know if anyone wants to buy a pair of size 4 or 4.5 squash. Ooh, can't see me now. So let me know if anyone wants to buy a pair of 4 or 4.5 pair of white Salming squash, badminton or tennis shoes off me. I left my heart in the city. Enough, I hold you close. It's alright, yeah. Said I was raised in the days of MySpace and screen names. Back then when I was only worried about my top friends. Now my circle is getting smaller, all these people acting fake, man. And to be honest, I don't even have a top 10. Me against the world, I've been doing what I really love. Haters been hiding behind the screen, man, they movie cuts. And when I'm back at home, it never feels the same, cause we've been doing our own thing, trying to stay up. I wanna go back to days with no grades. We ordered the kids meal, play ball, that's all day now. I'm stuck looking
looking at this Instagram page, but these likes on my picture don't result in getting paid now. I've been wondering where the party at, cause all of my concerns got me wondering where they got the Bacardi at. So go and pour another drink just to get away. We gotta live it up, Carolina here to stay. I'm hoping I won't let you go. I left my heart in the city. Dude, back since I was shooting hoops, new issues, you know what I've been going through, and it's for the team, know I go for my dreams. I've been on tours and screens, but I'm more than it seems. She talk business and that's what I'm about, kid. It ain't for the money, it's for helping our kids get what they deserve. I'm sick with every word, and if I ain't real, you ain't gotta play this verse. I'm more formal, raps is post-mortal. I kill flows, they say fame's to smash more hoes. I teleport over most artists, kid. Deliver dope lines just like the post office did. Whether it's on the track or streets, I keep it authentic. I did some things in the past, I gotta repent it. But no man's perfect, that's why I'm still alive. To keep reflecting, to keep this car and driving. I'm hoping I won't let you go. I left my heart in the city. But soon enough I'll hold you close. It's alright, 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 yeah. I'm hoping I won't let you go. I left my heart in the city. But soon enough I'll hold you close. It's been a while since I've been in this booth, man. It feels good to be home, though. Yeah. Remember I used to record off my S-Boss. It's like a freshman year back in the days. Yeah, so every day when I wake up, now the first thing I do is go check my plays. Because I appreciate every fan, every like, every share, and every listen. And these rappers that are quote better than me, well, I call it a game if there ain't no competition. Yeah, so every day I be working, futuristic sound and flow tight like a virgin. Yeah, these dudes never used to hit me bad. Now to do the feature, bruh, it's 200 for the track. Not cocky, just deserve some respect. You mistook if you're not concerned that I'm a threat. If you sick, dog, then make me the vet. But don't get it twisted, I'm the illest as it gets, bruh. They don't pay attention, but honestly, I don't mind. Cause I know if I keep working, that one day I'll get mine. If I stay focused, I stay driven. Talk about life while I live it. So I wave the words goodbye, cause right now.
Right, so it's actually the next day now, because when I was filming the rest of this video yesterday when I got back from the gym, I filmed basically all of it and then went round to the back of my camera and realised that my memory cards were full, so it hadn't recorded like most of it. I've straightened my hair, which is a bit of a new one for me. I used to always straighten my hair when I was younger, and then my hair went really kind of like very like wavy curly when I was a little bit older. And then now it's kind of a weird in-between kinky thing. Yeah, I straightened my hair and I'm not really sure if I'm feeling it or not, but anyway. But now I'm actually gonna go through the 12 healthy foods that I feel like I eat every single week. These are kind of like my non-negotiable items from my food list, and I think I've got them sorted. I think there might be some extra ones that I've forgotten to add. One of the products I actually don't have because I've eaten, I ate it last night, but I'll go through that one anyway. So first of all, we're gonna start with rice noodles. I know this is a bit of a weird one to start with, but I absolutely love rice noodles at the moment. If you saw my last video, you'll know that I love cooking kind of Asian inspired food at home, and rice noodles are just such a good carb. Basically, you can actually buy brown rice noodles, which are really good as well, but these white ones are just ones that are available in my local supermarket, and they're just so good to put into like a ramen or a stir fry or something like that. So these are an essential for me. Next up, we've got protein powder. Now, this was something I used to hate. I have a real love-hate relationship with protein powder, but this PhD nutrition one, I sort of have for the last year now, and at the moment it's an absolute staple in my diet. I don't get enough protein in my diet. I don't eat a lot of meat at all, and I just really struggle with it. Like, protein's not something that comes naturally to me. I don't think that really makes sense, but protein shake's just a really easy way of me fueling the kind of fitness lifestyle that I lead. And this Diet Whey Belgian chocolate flavour one is the best one. I have it in a smoothie. And actually, two of the other things on my list are essentials that go with that one, so maybe I'll go through those two now. So the first one is almond milk. I drink this every day, and it's actually empty now. I couldn't find any more of this at Lidl, and yeah, I go through it really, really quickly. This is just the Alpro one, but I'm not too fussy on brands. I have also made my own before, but it's just very expensive to buy the almonds in this country, and I don't live near anywhere that I can buy them in like wholesale, and this is obviously just much easier for time, but I would love to be able to find some that's like package free, or I don't know how that would work, but almond milk, that always goes in my smoothies with bananas. Now, I see bananas as literally like fitness fuel. I always used to have these when I was younger. My parents would put them in my squash bag when I went off to a match or for training. It's just a really good source of fast release carbohydrates, and you know, they're just a fantastic fruit. They're one of my absolute favorites. I think they're really versatile, and they've got like a lot of substance to them, but they're so fab in a smoothie, and I always put these three together. And at the moment I have that every single day without fail, with a little bit of ice as well. Next up, we've got a protein sauce, and we've got tofu. I love tofu. I probably started cooking with this like maybe about a year and a half ago now, and I've just really figured out how to cook it well. If you saw my last video when I cooked 3 high protein like vegetarian pescatarian meals, I did one that was teriyaki tofu, and just cooked right with corn flour. It's so delicious. I know a lot of people don't like tofu, but I actually think it's because people have eaten I don't know, just like tofu without a lot of flavour, or the silken tofu, which I just don't think is as nice. But this one is one of the firm tofus from Tofu is the company. That's weird. But anyway, this is the one that I have, and it's fabulous. Next up, we've got pasta. Now, I need to go and fill this up again from my zero waste shop, which is where I get my pasta at the moment. But this is just like a whole wheat fusilli, I don't know how you say it, and it's just great. I have pasta all the time. I find that pasta helps me to stay on track, to be quite honest, because it's quite a comfort food to me. I grew up eating quite a lot of pasta when I was younger, and obviously the whole wheat pasta is just like that little bit less refined. And yeah, I just love it. Put it with a nice sauce and you're good to go. So I feel like the light really can't make up its mind what it's doing today. I've actually had to close our really thin curtains in the house. Oh, I move house tomorrow as well. I don't know when this video is going up, Sunday. Probably on Sunday, so I will have moved house on Friday. So this is the last video that I'll be filming technically, just realised. But talking about pasta, chopped tomatoes are one of my absolute essentials. I feel like this is just a really versatile ingredient that can go in anything. It's just literally chopped tomatoes in a tin. I think this is probably common in like every country, but have it with pasta quite a lot, but have it with loads of things. Like you can roast vegetables and have it in like a tomato sauce or a curry, or I can't even think of dishes, but I have chopped tomatoes probably every other day, to be quite honest. I love chopped tomatoes. Next up, we've got prawns. Now, I'm obsessed with making this prawn ramen at the moment, but I also love these in stir fries. I can't even think what else I have them in. I fry them up with like ginger and garlic and chili, and yeah, prawns just absolutely fab for me. I do eat fish. I'd love to stop eating fish one day, but at the moment I do eat fish. and I find that it's just a really great protein source for me. And they also go really well with the kind of Asian inspired dishes that I'm really into at the moment. Next up, we have got protein yogurt. So this has 20 grams of protein in, and this is just from my local supermarket, but I also love the Lindell's one. It's just I can't buy it in the Sainsbury's that's across my road, but when I move house, I think it might be available in the supermarket we've got next to my new house. But this, again, just a really easy snack for me, gets my protein intake up, which is just, as you'll probably have gathered from this haul, it's just a really important thing to me at the moment because I'm not eating a lot of meat. Next up, we've got Linda McCartney's vegetarian sausages. Someone told me the other day that Linda McCartney is Paul McCartney's wife, but she's not alive or something. Anyway, I didn't know that, but that's really cool. These are fabulous. I probably discovered these like last year or something, but I've only got really into eating them recently, and I actually tried, you will have seen when I went to Lidl, I actually bought the burgers as well, the like mozzarella burgers, and they have been delicious. Like I've already eaten both of those. You will have seen me put these into the pasta dish that I made in my high protein recipes YouTube video, but this is actually the red onion and rosemary flavor. I don't know if that's how you say it. But I haven't tried these ones yet. I've only tried the plain ones. But if they're like the other Linda McCartney products, I know I'm gonna absolutely love them. And these are quite high in protein for vegetarian products. So per 2 sausages, that is 16.6 grams of protein and only 132 calories. So you could sort of have like 4 to 6 sausages or something like that. And they're just a really good, easy product. Again, comfort food is really key for me. I feel like it's much harder to stay on track if I'm trying to eat kind of bro meals that are like chicken, rice and veg sort of thing. So being able to eat things like vegetarian sausages and pasta and things like that just really helped me to stay on track. The second to last product that I was going to show you were a few different vegetables, but specifically peppers, because I realised that pepper is like my hero ingredient. I use like a red or an orange or a yellow pepper in a lot of cooking. I feel like it's a good vegetable because it provides a lot of flavour and it's a bit sweet and it's very fresh and full of nutrients and just goes with a lot of the cooking that I do. So I was going to include peppers in this one. I've actually tried not to include vegetables because I think it's probably a given that I eat an awful lot of vegetables. I love vegetables and fruit. And it would take up quite a lot of my spaces. But yeah, peppers are an essential for me. Last but not least, we have tuna. Now, this is just super convenient. So if I'm in a massive rush, I will just make myself tuna with a carbohydrate, so either my pasta or rice or something like that. Mix it with mayonnaise, whatever. It's just really good for on the go. It's also good for traveling if you know you're gonna... Don't know what that was. It's also really good for traveling, so if you know you're going to be away. It also lasts, like this just stays in the cupboard and it's really great. And it's just, if you've got no food in the house, I always seem to have tuna, so it's become a bit of a staple in my lifestyle. This is also great in sandwiches. I make tuna fish cakes sometimes. I just really love it. I think it's a very easy ingredient to have. And I know it's not necessarily like the healthiest to have it out the tin. So it'd be much better for me if I could just have a tuna steak instead. But realistically, this is just very affordable and convenient. So here are 12 of my staple ingredients that I seem to eat every single week. They just work really well for me and they're always on my shopping list. I'm gonna end the video here, guys, because I really need to get on with packing to move house tomorrow. But I hope you enjoyed watching it. I hope it was a little bit helpful for you. Remember to hit that subscribe button if you did enjoy my videos and if you are enjoying them at the moment. Leave a thumbs up and a comment and I'll see you in Wednesday's video.
The sun